Hello and welcome to Three Clever Cookies Momsplaining. This is where I try to quickly and efficiently explain something that the girls tried to explain in a different video. This particular one, we're going to do terraforming and waterscaping, just quick and dirty. So basically, in order to gain access to those tools, you have to meet some requirements. Number one, you have to upgrade your resident services. Number two, you have to have a 3-star island, and that is because you need KK Slider to come perform on your island. And in order for that to happen, it has to be 3 stars. Once KK Slider comes and performs on your island, then in your green machine inside resident services, you'll notice that all of the terraforming tools are available to you. If you don't know how many stars your island has, simply go inside resident services, speak to Isabel, ask about island evals. She'll tell you how many stars you have and give you some pointers and tips on what you can do to raise it. Typically, those are things like plant more flowers, plant more trees, or you have too many trees, or you need to decorate more, things like that. So just do what she says, and then your island score will change. And just a tip, these are not things that you need to save an end for. So it doesn't necessarily take days and days to do that. For instance, if she tells you you need more flowers, go around, plant a bunch more flowers, and then go talk to her again. Once you reach whatever benchmark the game wants, it will automatically update your score. Once you've reached the 3-star score, then I forget if it's Tom or Isabel, but one of them will tell you, hooray, KK Slider is going to come and perform on our island. Once he does that, and it's not the same day, just so you know, it's a day in the future. I forget which day. It's like a Friday or a Saturday or something like that. But you can always time travel if you're comfortable with time traveling in order to make that happen sooner. But just once KK Slider comes and performs on your island, then once again, you'll notice in your green machine after that, you'll have all of the tools available to you. Once that happens, if you access your Nook phone, you'll notice this little guy, this little app right here, it's the island construction app, will appear. You just click into that. If you can see, I'm already wearing my construction cap, so I already have it running. Once you click into it, you hit the plus sign, and all of these spaces will be empty except for the first two. It comes with grass and dirt path. So these are paths that you can lay down around your island. In order to get the others, you do have to pay for them individually with Nook miles in the green machine. They range anywhere from, I believe, 3,000 Nook miles up to 6,000 or 8,000 Nook miles. And again, you do have to pay for them individually. The waterscaping permit and the cliff construction permit are kind of essential for terraforming. So make sure that you're spending those Nook miles wisely because you will definitely need those. I'm just going to run to a different part of my island real quick. I don't have very much space on my island where I can show you guys these things. So we're just going to kind of run up to the top left corner and see if we can find a couple squares worth. That means that I can't really like build a huge waterfall or anything for you in the moment, but I can use some of the areas that are already here to show you that a little bit. So we're just gonna climb up this cliff if the ladder will let me. I'll go over here for a second. We'll start with pathing. I already did this video once and I was doing something for my daughter and forgot I turned off my microphone, and I have my computer volumes all on mute, so the entire video is just silent. Anyhow, that's why these things are here. So let me knock them down really quickly. We'll take down the cliff, and then I will quickly get rid of this square. Alrighty, I'll leave this dirt path so we can discuss this. So to start, we'll start with pathing. Everything but this pink square. So all of these other ones are the in-game paths. And one of the most notable differences is when you put down the in-game paths, and I'm going to put down 4 squares just to show you, you can round the edges, but you cannot round the edges on custom paths, so be aware of that. So as you can see, I just hit A over it a second time and the edge is round. I can do it over here. You can just kind of make different shapes, or it helps you twist it and wind it and whatnot. If I were to hit over it a third time, it'll just make it disappear completely. Or you can pick a different path to put over it. You can just put the grass back down if you want it to disappear. It's up to you. Let me open a custom path. We'll just put down a custom path real quick and I'll show you another difference here. So when I hit A on this one again, as you'll see, it's not going to round an edge. It'll just take it away. So the custom paths, you cannot round the edges like you can with the in-game paths. Let's lay that back down again. And the other noticeable difference is if I hit Y and kick it, whether it's accidentally or on purpose, it will take it away. It'll erase it. However, when you do that and you hit Y next to the in-game path, which I'm doing right now, it won't do anything. You have to lay something back over the in-game paths, whereas the other one, you can just kick them off. That's a notable difference because when you're laying down tons and tons of custom path, say you go to pick up a stone or a branch or something like that and you accidentally miss it and you kick it, it will absolutely kick your path off and then you'll be redoing places you've already done. So just kind of be careful with that. The other noticeable difference, and I'm going to open my map, the in-game paths show up on your map. So for instance, I don't know if you can see my land bridge kind of mid-screen slightly to the left. It's all green because my in-game path there is just grass. The path that I put down is custom path, and the custom path does not show up on your map. So wherever you choose to put all of the brown dirt or stone and things like that will show up on the map, whereas the custom paths, anything in the pink square, will not. So we'll have to do another tutorial on custom designs and how to use custom designs. But for those of you who understand how, once you've saved some custom designs in here, you can put any of them on the ground. I could put this llama on the ground. My daughter has bunny rabbits and Mickey heads all over her ground. You know, just use them creatively. You can search for some pretty amazing pathways, and they even have perspective type grounds. So I've seen them with perspective rocks where it looks like you're running over rocks because of the way that they've done the design, but really it's just, it's on the ground. It's flat, so you can run over it. So some extremely interesting things that you can do with that. So quickly moving on, the cliff construction, and I will be completely honest here. I don't know if it's just me. I think that there's been some contradictions. Like you usually have to have a 1x1 space away from the edge in order to do a cliff, but there are instances where you can put it on the edge. So you can put it on the edge leading right up to the beach. If I were to put it on the edge right here, is it gonna let me earlier? Yeah, see here it'll let me put it on the edge right there, but there are other cliffs and instances. If I were to build an entire square, you would have to make sure you had it at least 3x3 wide in order to build anything else on top of it, or it'll tell you, you know, that your cliff won't support it or whatever. So I'm not sure this might be too close to the bridge. Maybe that's my issue right now, but you just kind of have to play around with it. I don't actually know all of the rules. As I said, to me, they seem fairly contradictory, like, oh, you can't go to an edge, and then all of a sudden you can. So I don't honestly know, but yeah, you can do 3 tiers or 3 levels in which you can actually put stuff on. So your first level, your base level, is going to be that level where your beach and your resident services are in the very beginning. And then you can build 2 more tiers of cliffs on top of each other from there. So you have 3 total tiers of cliffs that can be decorated. When you are standing on the 3rd tier, and I'm on the 3rd tier right now, let me put these back so I can show you. When you're standing on the 3rd tier, you can build a 4th tier. However, you cannot climb up it. There used to be a glitch where you could get up it. I've tried it and it was too hard. My husband said they might have fixed the glitch. I'm not sure. But as you can see, that tells you it's too dangerous to climb any higher and you can't put anything up there. It's also been tried if you can glitch up there and put the Mario pipe. It does not work. The pipe will shoot you out somewhere else or put you back where it started if you only have 2. It will not let you pipe up to a 4th either. So you can build a fourth set of, or a fourth level of cliffs, you just can't decorate them. So I'm going to take this down real quick, just kind of show you water. For the waterscaping, it's very similar. You can use this to do rivers and waterfalls and other such things. I'm going to open this up, choose this one. I'll just kind of use this as an example because, again, I don't have a lot of space on my island where I can show this, but you just hit A, just like with the other one. It builds it, and then if you hit it over it again, it'll re-put it there. So here it filled it in, or if I hit it again, it'll open it back up. And then you can just kind of move around, hit. It's really difficult with the water and the cliffs to get the edges just right. At least for me, I really hate the right angles, and it takes a lot of, sometimes you have to fill it back in and then go back and cut it from standing at a slightly different angle at the corner or things like that. Not sure if this one will do it. This one's a little, let's see. So if I fill it back in and then cut it again, nope, it's still, fill it back in, cut it again, back up. This probably is going to stay the same. Yeah, no. See, I'm terrible with this too, but it's really difficult to get the edges just right. It's going to take a lot of back and forth and doing it again and figuring it out, but that's all there is to it. You fill in the water, or you hit your little shovel into the ground and the water appears. So that's really all there is to it. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put a comment. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/3clevercookies. We've also opened up an email, 3clevercookies@gmail.com. And again, please like or subscribe to this if you enjoyed it. I know the girls are hoping to get some subscribers. They really, really like to do some live streaming games. I have 70 or 80 million bells right now, and if I sold some stuff, I could have way more than that. But they'd like me to take some bells and do some live streaming games for, you know, a million bells here or there, or they saw that some other people do like deal or no deal, or bells or no bells, and things like that. So we can certainly try to set that thing up once we get some new subscribers. So if you're interested, click that little bell. It'll let you know every time we post a new video, and the more subscribers we get, the more likely we'll be able to do some games and have some great interactions, and get you maybe some bells. So thanks again for watching, and have a great day. Bye.